Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, happy Wednesday, everyone. Let's talk about our Tuesday for a moment because, we had some snow, some spring snow, some April snow. Doesn't happen always, but it does happen from time to time. And sure enough, check it out. Alta picking up 22 inches of new snow. Man, closing in on 2 feet. That's a pretty good storm. Snowbird, 20 inches. Brighton, about 18 inches. Park City Mountain, about 14 inches. 10 inches there in Snow Basin. So as you can see, a lot of our ski resorts picking up some healthy, juicy snow totals once again out of this system that made its way through. Powder Mountain, about 8 inches. Sundance, 6 inches. Solitude, 6 inches. Deer Valley, about 5 inches. Even for our friends, Bryan Head, down across the southern half of the state, about 3 inches. But folks, Bryan Head, you're going to pick up a good bit more, I think, as we go throughout the next 24 hours. How about the valleys? 7.5 inches there for the mountain valleys around Heber City, probably one of the big winners. The Bountiful Bench picking up about 5 inches. Santa Quinn, about 5 inches. Park City, about 4.5 inches of snow. 3.5 inches at Cottonwood Heights. About 2 inches there in Tooele. 1.7 in West Jordan. And Richmond, about 1 inch. 1 inch as well for us in Sandy. Here's a view from the ABC4 backyard yesterday afternoon. Look at those snow showers coming down. Notice our waterfall going there in the backyard. We've got the blossoming spring trees. Yeah, what a spring day. What a first day of April across the area. Let's look at forewarned radar. All is mostly quiet this morning, but we are watching a little bit of lake effect that has been trying to get going, but most of this has been staying over the Great Salt Lake because we've got some dry air right along the I-15 corridor. But for our friends down to the south, we're seeing precipitation blossoming. As you can see, widespread snow showers now developing from Escalante over towards Cedar City and back towards the west as you get between Milford over down towards the western portions of Iron County there. So we expect to see more of that activity continue to develop as we go throughout the morning. Here's why. We've got an upper level low pressure that's swirling there. It's our next weather maker, and it's not a fast mover, and it will continue to pivot that moisture counterclockwise across the Beehive State, and that's going to interact with some of that daytime heating. So we've got this big low pressure trough. It's basically going to kind of sink in here as we go throughout the next 24 hours, keeping that unsettled weather pattern in place. And then by the time we get towards Friday, we start to see it getting a little more narrow as we start to see the influences of a high pressure ridge to the west. That'll bring in drier and warmer weather for the weekend. But between now and then, it stays fairly unsettled. As I mentioned earlier, we've got winter weather advisories for our southern mountains here. The stretches here south of the I-15 corridor all the way down into portions of Washington County in the mountains, as we're expecting waves of heavy snow bands to develop, and that could lead to potentially 6 to 12 inches in this area as we go throughout today into tomorrow. Let's time it out for you at Futurecast. You'll see not a bad start to the morning, but look at that stuff blossoming there, especially from I-70 and points to the south. We'll see those scattered snow showers getting going, and then as we get that daytime heating into the afternoon hours, notice some pockets of heavier snow could develop, and that's why we can see that snow piling up as we go throughout this afternoon, evening, and tonight, as that low pressure pivots to the east, then we could see some heavier snow, maybe for places like Blanding and the Monticello area, and that could be with us as we wake up for our Thursday morning. And with this low pressure just kind of meandering across the area, we could see more scattered snow showers across the state into your Thursday afternoon. And look at this low pressure hanging around right on into your Friday, so it stays pretty unsettled. Mid to upper 50s, that's it for today in St. George with scattered rain showers, a few more showers into your Thursday. Then we dry it out and warm it up for the weekend with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. The Wasatch Front, we've got scattered snow showers for us today, mid to upper 40s for highs, near 50 for your Thursday with still a chance of some rain and snow showers. And then we start to dry it out for the weekend with highs in the 50s to near 60. Look at those temperatures approaching 70 by the time we get towards the beginning of next week.